This is your Daily 10, Non-Calculator, Video 4. Make sure you pause the video and attempt each question before you watch the solution. So here is your first question. For this question, it's wanting us to find the gradient of the equation for this line. Now, in order to do this, we must have equations in the form y equals mx plus c. So in other words, we need to rearrange this equation here so that we've got y as the subject of the equation. So what we're going to do is start rearranging this to try and get y in its own. To do that, first step, I'm going to take 3x away from both sides to give me 4y minus 1. Therefore I've got to take 3x from this side as well. My next step to try and get this 4y on its own is I'm going to do the opposite of minus 1 and add 1 to both sides. So that's going to give me 4y equals minus 3x plus 1. And then to get y on its own, I'm going to have to divide by 4. So that'll give me y equals, well, minus 3x divided by 4 is minus 3 over 4x, doing divide by 4, plus 1 divided by 4, so 1 divided by 4. Now if you remember, whenever we've got our graph and our line in the form y equals mx plus c, whatever number is in front of the x here, that is the gradient of the line. So we're looking for minus 3/4, and there's our solution. Here's your next question. So for this question, we're looking to find out the area of quarter of a circle. First thing I'm going to do is work out the area of the full circle, and then we'll divide that by 4. So the area of a full circle, remember, is pi r squared, which we're going to have to divide by 4. Well, it says that the radius is 6, so we get that pi times 6 squared divided by 4. 6 squared is 36. Divide that by 4 is 9, so we get pi times 9, or as we would normally write it, 9 pi. You're going to get 1 mark for working out the area of the circle, or for showing that you're doing the area of the circle divided by 4, and the final mark is going to be for your answer. Here's your next question. Here we're going to form an equation. We've got 3 of the angles here written in terms of x, and then 1 angle here which we're just going to write on because it might be useful, being 90 degrees. So what we've got is that all 4 of these angles, because it is a pie chart, would add up to make 360. So the first thing we're going to do is actually write that down. So we've got the x for B plus 2x plus 10, so just writing down each of the 4 angles, so 2x for this one, and 90 for the one that had the little square in. Those 4 must add together to make 360. So at this point we need to neaten up a little bit because this is looking a little scruffy. So we've got x plus 2x plus 2x is 5x. 10 plus 90 is 100. And that's equal to 360. Now at no point has it asked us to actually do this and to solve this, but because it's given us all this information and we know about it, that's why I'm working through, because I've got a feeling it might be useful later. I'm going to try and find the value of x now. So now I'm solving an equation. In order to do that, remember, we do the opposite each time. So we're going to do the opposite of add 100 and take that 100 away to give us 5x. 360 take away 100 is 100. Oops, sorry, is 260. Pressure of the exam can easily get to you like this. We now need to divide by 5. Now a little trick for dividing by 5 is if you do divide by 10 and double it, it gives the same answer as dividing by 5. So if we were to do 260 divided by 10 is 26, double it is 52, we get that x is 52. Now if we go back up to the diagram, now that we know x is 52, we've got that this angle here is 52, this one here is 104, and this one here, two lots of 52, 104 plus 10, so that's 114. I'm now actually going to read what the question wants us to do. So it says, work out the probability that a person who voted, chosen at random, voted for C. Well, to do probability, we need to know how many people said C. Well, that was 114. Or what angle should I say, not how many people, what angle represented C, that's 114, over the full pie chart, so 360. Now it's not said to put this in its simplest form, so I'm just going to leave it like that. Here's your final question. Here we need to expand and simplify triple brackets. Now double brackets have been on the exam for a long time. Triple brackets, this is quite a new thing. Normally, as long as they're being nice, the first two brackets will look quite similar. Here if you look, we've got 2x plus 5 and 2x minus 5. So I'm going to focus on multiplying these two out first, and then we'll worry about the third one. So we've got that 2x times 2x is 4x squared, because remember 2 times 2 gives us 4, x times x gives us the x squared. We've got 2x times minus 5, so minus 10x. We've then got 5 times 2x, which is plus 10x. And then positive 5 times negative 5, so minus 25. If we simplify at this point, we actually get that this is 4x squared minus 10x and plus 10x cancel each other out, and we're just left with minus 25 at the end. We now need to bring in the third and final bracket, so I'm going to pop a little bracket around these two terms here and multiply them by the third and final bracket. So again we do the same, 4x squared times 3x, 4 times 3 is 12, x squared times x gives us x cubed. We've then got 4x squared times plus 7, so plus 4 times 7 is 28, and x squared. We then do minus 25 times 3x, so I'm going to get minus 25 times 3 is 75, don't forget your x, and then we've got minus 25 times 7, so you just need to go up in your 25s, so it's going to give us minus 175. We can't simplify this at all, because this is the only x cubed, the only x squared, the only x, and then a number on its own with no power of x.